Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? I'm trying to put my earrings in and they don't want to go in. I don't know why. I always have a hard time. Ugh. So it's storming here. Thunder, lightning, all of that. If you hear that, I'm sorry. Um, okay. And we could have, never know, a brownout because every time it storms, that happens. So if that happens, I'm sorry. Um, okay, I got one earring in. Yay! Now for the other one. How's everyone doing? Hey Shamir, how you doing? Hey Casey, Bad Art, Cindy Luhu, hi. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. It sounds good on my end, but never know. Don't forget to switch from switch from top chat to live chat if you want to know what's really going on in the chat. And yes, we have merch. One of the many things I have to do this week is work on merch. Like we already have stuff, but we have to put it together and make it all that good stuff. Yes, hit the like button or even the dislike and all those nasty comments in my comment section. It's all engagement, baby. Thank you. Thank you for the engagement. Hey Barrett, how are you doing? I'm trying to see what y'all are saying with. Yes. Sometimes, the real stuff that's going on out there, puts things in perspective. What is really important. My earbuds aren't charged. Oh no. Yeah, I had to charge my thing over there earlier today. Thankfully, it charges fast, and for a long time. Hey, Vlad and Poller, how you doing? What's up? Gonna share in the survival life server. Huh. Right on. Thank you. These hooks for these earrings are so hard to work with for whatever reason. They just don't like to work with me. So yesterday I forgot to do the makeup portion of the video. So for those of you who are new here, I do talk about makeup on here at the very beginning for a reason. If you're currently in a DV situation or something along those lines, that section is for you. If you need it, if somebody walks in the room, you can go back to the beginning. Just say this is a true crime show or something, okay? It's all good. But I do that just, in case you need it. Why won't this go into my ear? I thought that I was actually early. I thought it was like 4 o'clock. So time got away from me, is what happened. There has been a lot of good things going on, and I have been very, very busy. Okay, so today I'm using, this is of course from ColourPop. This is the Cookie Cluster blush, and I haven't tried it yet, but there's like a part of the makeup challenge that I've been doing is eventually using this as eyeshadow and blush, just like kind of an all-in-one thing. I haven't done that yet, but If you travel for work, I highly recommend, because it is just quick, easy, bip bop boop, done. A little bit goes a long way. And I think this was $6. Just saying, it is not bad. So I'm still doing that challenge with the eyeshadow with the Yes Please palette. So I've done all of these in like quads, so each 4, right? Today I did this one, this quad right here, which was not easy because there are 2 shimmers there, which is weird for me. But I think it looks really good. In direct sunlight, it looks amazing. Like yet again, what y'all are seeing is not what I see in the mirror. In the mirror, it's pretty dramatic, but nice. All right. And I used this. It is just a tint. It's called Cutie Fruity. And I think this is like supposed to be a lip tint or something, lip crayon. It's not bad. I like it. And I used a little bit of gloss called Gelato. And this is like a lip gloss, but all the lettering has come off, so I don't remember the name of it. So, hey Linda, how you doing? All right, so that's the makeup portion. Yes, I'm still doing the makeup challenge. My girlfriend's way ahead of me. I got sidetracked, so you know. All right, so baby girl is way up front. She's all the way with her dad. So I'm doing the Brittany Smith case right now while I can. I have my UFO over there on, which is the air filter. It looks like a UFO. And it kind of sounds like a UFO. It looks like it's hovering. Like it's on a pedestal, but where it's at, you can't see it. And it's like, I have a UFO in my house and it's kind of cool. Aliens. Aliens. Okay. All right, so y'all are going to sit with me for a minute while I get something pulled up because I lost track of time and didn't have time to do this. Oh, thank you, Linda. I hope you're having a good day. On the makeup, ColourPop. If you have sensitive skin or like allergic, if you have allergies, I have not had any problems with ColourPop. Okay. Go to the studio. The internet's running a little bit slow for me, and it's probably the weather. Okay. Any day. You can do it. Teresa Smith from Michigan. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Okay. Got that. Now I have to put the links in the description. So the New Yorker, they're killing it. They're killing it with their articles. Some of the articles I've read from them are just so good. I hope I have these. Yes, I do. Okay. Trying to get these articles in order because the New Yorker actually kept up with this case pretty well. I didn't see another article for. Okay, those are 2. For the most recent thing, unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to have to look and see if they have one. All right, there are links in the description. Hot and humid day, huh? Right on. Wow. I mean, YouTube is weird, and also I'm sure things are kind of running slow on my end because there was weather. Like, that just seems to be a Nolan's thing. Okay. When I first saw this case with Brittany Smith, I was disturbed. It was kind of obvious to me, being as I had worked in criminal courts, and I have this weird intersection, having worked in criminal courts and also been a victim's advocate. There are some things I'm going to go over that are very relevant to this case and to self-defense and stand your ground, I would think. Now, I'm not an attorney, but I don't think that it takes a rocket scientist to figure out that when one person is actively being strangled, that is a threat to that person's life. Especially when you take into account prior violence that evening for a number of hours, right? And also a clear-cut, very obvious history of all kinds of violence. All right, so Brittany Smith, part of the reason I'm doing this whole channel, she was not the perfect victim. She had a history of substance abuse. She was in recovery. She was doing everything she could to get her life back on track. Proud of her. All right, everyone should have been proud of her. She was nice. She bought a puppy from this guy. Not going to say his name. Henceforth called Scumbag. Bought a puppy from Scumbag. They were acquaintances, but she didn't really know him all that well. Hey, Selfie Queen, how you doing? For whatever reason, at one point, he calls her and asks her if he can come sleep on her couch. His father had kicked him out because he'd gotten violent with his father. Now, he got violent and had a history of violence with his neighbors. His neighborhood was terrified of him, okay? He had a history of extremely bad domestic violence. Hey, Snoop, how you doing? Some of the things he did with the domestic violence, I'm not even going to repeat on here. It's that bad. All right. So he has all of this history of violence. She doesn't know this. She's just a nice person. She knows that he has a substance abuse problem, and she wants to be helpful. She's in recovery. Her life is getting better, and she wants to see other people reach that point of getting better. I know a lot of recovering addicts who do the same thing. Hey, Kim, how you doing? So he calls her and asks her if he can crash on her couch, and she says sure for one night. When he gets there, she doesn't understand that she's supposed to be walking around on eggshells for him because he's highly sensitive. Say the wrong thing, violence will follow. She's trying to encourage him to get into recovery. Kindness. This is empathy. He doesn't recognize it as that. He recognizes it as she's looking down on him and trying to tell him what to do, right? Now, he'd already made a couple passes at her and she rejected him. She wasn't interested in a relationship. She just was just hired for a job. She was going to be making decent money. She was, had just gotten her apartment, and she was just focused on getting her life together, which is what she should have been doing. Okay. He attacks her. And it's an hour's long. ordeal. So there are certain things, if they are done, that is highly indicative that that abuser is at some point going to kill someone. There was strangulation. We talked about this yesterday. That's bad. There was also biting. This biting one, I want you to pay attention to this. I'm going to be talking about this in future episodes. If you're being bitten by an attacker, and I'm not kink shaming. If you're into being bitten, you do you, baby. You go. You have a blast, okay? I'm not kink shaming. But if it is non-consensual, that's a whole different subject. And if it's enough that it is damaging, that is bad. That's a paraphilia. Now, we're going to do a stream where I talk about paraphilias and what they are and different types of them and what they mean, okay? Okay. I'm only bringing this up because it shows, as a trained victims advocate, that shows there's a difference between love bites and romantic bites and what was done to her, what was done to Brittany, all right? There's a difference. All right. Consent is a big deal. Yes, it is. Hey, Violet Witch, how you doing? I don't know if I said hi to you yet. All right. So when I get done talking about this, please repost the RAIN and National DD thing so I can read it out. Okay. All right. During this experience for Brittany, she was strangled to the point of unconsciousness. So there were portions she didn't remember. Both of those things are bad. Keep that in mind. Okay. Now this goes on for hours. At one point, he decides he wants cigarettes, and he demands that they go get cigarettes. Now this guy is, he's so entitled. He's just entitled to whatever the hell he wants, right? Whenever he wants it. But he doesn't have a car. Can't keep a job. I mean, he really, for a relationship, he brings nothing but violence, okay? All right. Yes. All right. Brittany calls her brother, who comes and gets them. They go to the gas station. Now, mind you, he's already threatened her family, her children, her brother, her mother. He's threatened everyone. He went from 0 to 100 in under an hour is what happened, okay? There was no relationship, but he treated it like it was a relationship of several years. All right. Yes, indeed. Remember, hydrate, deep breaths. I will take breaks because this is hard for me to talk about, all right? Okay. Eventually, it gets to the point where Brittany's brother realizes what has happened, and he comes to try to get Scumbag to leave, right? Doesn't turn out that way. They end up fighting. She basically, yeah. From the point he got angry, she was a hostage, pretty much. Held against her will, yes. So the brother and Scumbag are fighting. Scumbag gets the upper hand and he's choking her brother. She takes her brother's gun, shoots Scumbag. Her brother is there being strangled. She's already been assaulted, SA'd, and R'd by this guy. He has an extensive history of violence over years. This isn't a new thing. He didn't just start doing this one day. This has been an ongoing problem with him, okay? Brittany Smith was denied Stand Your Ground. I forget what it's called. Hold on a minute. She was denied the Stand Your Ground defense, and I'm still mystified by why. It does not make sense to me. So, for whatever reason, the prosecutors have a lot of power in this country. They can decide or not decide to take a case. I mean, they can do really way more than they should be able to, I think. All right. She was denied to stand her ground. It wasn't just the prosecutor, it was also the judge. The judge flubbed every possible ball. Down to when she was being held, incarcerated, this makes me really angry. I'm a certified correctional officer. I went through that training. I have the certifications. You are not supposed to emotionally, physically, in any way, mentally, whatever, you're not supposed to torment inmates because inmates are human. And you're not a judge, a jury, or an executioner. You're not there to punish. You're there for care, quality, and control, not to harm. And these deputies basically tormented her, telling her she'd never see her children again. And other things I'm not even going to repeat here, but they should not be working as deputies. I do know that. Okay, so she was denied a stand your ground defense. It doesn't make sense to me. Sometimes when a person is R'd, there may not be evidence of that R in the way people might think there would be, especially if the person is unconscious. Hi, I was a victim's advocate. I've talked with I don't know how many SANE nurses and just nurses in general. This is not like a mystic thing that people don't know. This makes me, it just solidifies for me the understanding that judges and prosecutors need to be trained in the realities of R and SA. They don't have, if any, enough training to understand the realities. Thank you, Sharmir. All right, so in the end, Brittany Smith took a plea. She took a plea. And she got a far lighter sentence than she would have. If you're in Alabama and you're a correctional officer and you're around her and you treat her like shit, fuck you. You need to go back to training. Your FTOs need to drill it in your head what your job is. And you're lucky I'm not your FTO, because I'd have your ass running around that building 10, 20 times till you throw up and then throw up again. And then I'd make you clean it up. And I might even pull in my FTOs, because whatever I could do, they could do worse. I'm so disgusted with some of the ways I have heard of people being treated. But this is America, right? When you're coming from a place of apathy and you have no empathy for anyone, and you're just judgy, this is what happens. So, Brittany Smith takes a plea. I can't even bring myself to go into the charge she ended with, the sentencing, all of that, because I will become angry. Because this is egregious. There's a saying in criminal justice, it's better that 10 guilty men should go free than one innocent man go to prison. This woman was doing nothing but protecting her brother and herself against someone with an extensive criminal record, a mile long. The things that he had done, I was like, what in the hell? What is going on with Tennessee? Okay, Brittany lived in Alabama. Scumbag lived in Tennessee, right? They're right there on the border, so they're right next to each other. Apparently, Tennessee doesn't have a problem with someone doing the things he did. You just kept letting him out of prison, just letting him off. And that tells an offender that they can do whatever they want. They can just go ahead, do whatever. They'll get away with it. Not a problem. So, someone smokes a joint, their life might be over. Someone is terrorizing an entire neighborhood, physically attacking and assaulting people, and he's, whatever, doesn't matter, go ahead, you're fine. I mean, I expect better from Tennessee. I expect better from Alabama. And then I realized there's a lot of this in Alabama. If you're a woman in Alabama, I feel sorry for you. I'm praying for you. There are a lot of cases of women in situations of DV or just men standing their ground, protecting themselves, and being charged with charges that is self-defense not a thing in Alabama? Is my question. Is that just for men, but not for women? I will be talking about more cases from Alabama. There are going to be quite a few, because there are quite a few. Okay. Casey says, I consider that grounds for use of force. So do I. Clearly, he was going, from what was described, he was going to kill her brother, and then possibly her, and then he had threatened to kill a whole bunch of other people. So I'm just saying. Sarah loves donuts because she's a woman. With it being okay, with it being her house, what about the castle law? I didn't see anywhere, I'm gonna have to look it up. I didn't see anywhere if there was castle law in Alabama. Not every state has that. I'm gonna have to look and see. The National Domestic Violence Hotline or the hotline.org, 1-800-799-SAFE, SAFE. RAINN, RAINN, SA hotline. They do have chat available. That's RAINN, RAINN.org, 1-800-656-4673. It's too bad there isn't a way to help organize communities around victims. Sounds like together maybe they could have had help leveraging against the prosecutor and judge. I mean, the New Yorker wrote articles about her. At one point, I think there was a petition, and then a bunch of us were calling like senators and congresspeople and representatives and just all of that, trying to get something. When people are in positions of power and they don't have the correct training needed to understand what is going on, this is what happens. Things like this happen. So it seems like if you're a woman and you're protecting yourself, you're screwed. If you're smoking a joint, you're screwed. I mean, that seems to be getting better, but if you're a minority and you're jaywalking, you're screwed. We will get to that too. That's funny. I was wondering, you both shared the same link at this. Wow. At the same time, Snoop Medic, be careful if you're driving, okay? Violet Witch says this country is twisted. Yes, in so many ways. Hey JJ, how you doing? Shelly, approach the like button, lightly tap it, and show some love. Yes, please. And subscribe, ring the bell, and the notification. Valley Girl says, I live in Alabama. They are 50 years behind. Most people here hate change. Wow. I was wondering because I was like, dude, what? If that had happened here in New Orleans, dude, those nurses would have been on it. I can tell you the victims' advocates would have been on it. Like, and I would have marched my ass up to OPP and I would have put my foot. Oh, man. If you're a deputy and you're around me and you're treating people like shit like that, good luck to you, sir. I will hand you your ass. You might not have that badge much longer, just saying. But then again, all the deputies I worked with were, all the ones I knew about were good people, so I can't speak for this generation. I don't even know what to think about cops anymore. Okay. And Alabama's beautiful. I actually drove through. Hold on one second. Let me make sure of the Stevenson, Alabama. Yeah, I've driven through there. I've been all over Alabama, going back and forth for disaster relief. And it's a beautiful state. Tennessee is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I would almost consider moving there. But this, I'm like, the hell is wrong with people? Brittany Smith should not have had to take a plea deal or even been charged this way. It's not even right. Sarah loves donuts. My friend's dad is a judge in Tennessee. It is still very sexist, and blaming the victim is still very supported there. There was a lot of victim blaming in the Brittany Smith case. A lot of it. She was not the perfect victim. She's poor. She had a substance abuse problem that she was recovering from. I'm proud of her for that. Me, okay? She was just starting to get her life back together. Her children had been taken away and were in foster care, but she was doing everything that she needed to do to get her kids back. But in this culture, if you're a woman, you are judged for every little thing. What are you wearing? How much makeup you got on? There's no way you can ever make everyone happy with their opinion of what women wear or makeup or any of that, right? You just can't. You're never going to make everyone happy. Ever. But it just seemed like she was judged so much that the actual facts and realities of the situation were ignored. And she's just like, oh, whatever. You just throw her away. Doesn't matter. And this happens more often than we realize. Well, I mean, I guess I'm a weirdo because I don't agree with a lot of the shit that goes down in this country at all. All right. So, does anyone want to come up on panel? We can do that or not. Let me know if somebody wants to step up and have a chat. Yeah, I mean, but also if somebody, if people need to come in here and kind of heal up and, just this is a place of healing, I hope, right? Where we also talk about the actual realities, okay? So, like with Brittany Smith, it's a damn shame. I'm thankful. I am thankful that I did not work in that courtroom because that would have been some shit I would have quit over. I mean, it's bad enough to see countless people have their lives completely disrupted over a joint. I can tell you, I never arrested anyone or was involved with arresting anyone over a joint because I had priorities. Couldn't give a shit less. You know what? You know the people I did not have a problem with in the courtroom ever? People who had had a joint and they were still high. The main thing they would ask about is, hey, when's lunch? Can I get some water? That's it. Now, if somebody's drunk, that was a problem. So Mardi Gras was hell. Okay? I would much rather have dealt with somebody who is high on weed than someone who is drunk. Oh, shoot, I forgot to. Hold on one second. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Alrighty. When you think you're on time and then you realize, nope, time got away from you, and then you have to rush, and then you feel like you're rushing. That's where I am right now. Alrighty. Oh boy, this has been a week, huh? There's been a lot going on. All right. So, if you do live in Alabama, I highly recommend looking up the Stand Your Ground laws and getting to know if there is a castle. Hold on one second. Let me see if... See, I don't see anything about that in there. I'm going to have to look it up, see what the codes say. Man, the wounds that she had were just bad. Really, really bad. Is it? I'm trying to see if... Yeah, okay. All right. So the 2 links to the articles are in the description. I highly recommend them. They're really good. Really good. So well written. Let me see. I tried to get them in order for you. The first article is How Far Can Abused Women Go to Protect Themselves? And the second article is Brittany Smith loses her Stand Your Ground hearing, which is a damn shame. I didn't see a third article about this. Let me see. Hey, Tina, how you doing? What's up? Oh no. Can y'all still see me? Because the internet is really acting funny here for me. I don't know if it is for y'all, but bad art. Sorry, I'm not too chatty tonight. Dog is demanding hugs. That's okay. That's all right. If the dog's demanding them, then you both might need them. Okay, good. Thank you, Sharmir. I'm trying to see if there was a third article. Man, these writers in the New Yorker are just on it. They're so good. They're both by Elizabeth Flock. She's a good writer. She needs to start writing books. I would buy a book from her. I don't know if she will ever see this, but yes, please start writing books. My camera just gets weird. Okay. Sorry I'm late. Hey everyone, waiting for a cat to have babies anytime. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope the mama kitty and the baby kitties are okay. All right, so I've talked about cases before where the victim was not considered perfect. Jessica Easterly Durning is one. There are countless cases. You have cases of women walking home from work at night who are attacked, and law enforcement decides that they're a sex worker when they have no history of that. This is a thing that happens. We as a culture need to start rethinking things and questioning when an officer or whoever says that a victim is a sex worker or what have you. What does it matter? It doesn't matter if a person is a sex worker or not. If there's a victim, there's a victim. If there's a victim, there's a perpetrator, and that perpetrator should be in prison. It's just that simple. Oh, Lord. So it's Phoenix's mom. Right on. 5 litters due within the next week or two. You're going to be busy. And I want pictures and videos. Hey, gamer guy. How you doing? What's up? I mean, all the fur baby updates, apparently. Hey, Hands. How you doing? Well, I'm glad that you like my voice. I'm working on something. It's a process. It's kind of difficult for me to get it done, but I'm doing it. It's a surprise. All right. I made a promise and I will keep it. Yep, we have the link for panel. If anyone wants to jump on, you are welcome. Anyone is welcome except for 2 people. JJ, you're welcome to come up if you'd like. Or not. You don't have to. It's okay. All right, so we do have some really good news that I want to, after talking about that extremely serious case, y'all remember Elsa, right? Well, she is taking measures to go back to college. And I know she already has this, but I'm just going to share it again. Look, That was the palette that kind of started our conversation. And I'm so, so happy to hear that you're going to go back to college. I can't even, I'm not going to cry. Um, yeah. Hans says, saying it's okay for a sex worker to be assaulted seems the same as saying it's okay for a cop to be assaulted, given the sometimes violent part of the job. Yeah, but it shouldn't be violent. The entire time I worked in the sheriff's department, I never got into a fight with anyone. Never carried any kind of weapon. Nope. No taser, no pepper spray, no gun, no mace, nothing. Nothing. I talked with people. I talked with people. I communicated with people and talked with people. I had someone spit on me. Yeah. I didn't get mad. An elderly black man who, look at the history of this country. No, I didn't get mad. I talked with him. And at the end, we shook hands. Talking with people, I'm of the opinion that law enforcement shouldn't be allowed to carry a weapon until they've worked on the job for 2 years and had no altercations. None. You want to carry that weapon? You damn sure better earn it. Show people that you can you can converse with people and treat people like human beings. Then maybe. I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit biased, but wait, what? I'll catch up with what? Sex work should be decriminalized. Hey, Hatter. Yes. Yes, it should. It would take a lot of the danger out of it. The danger comes in when it's a black market. So, tax it, zone it, regulate it, just like you do tobacco, alcohol, and firearms, and soon probably cannabis. Yes, indeed. That is awesome. And so proud of Elsa. Well done, Elsa. That's good to hear. And thank you. I appreciate it. Because lately, there has been some shit. Yay, Elsa. Yes, indeed. Oh, I forgot. I was going to show this other one too. I don't think she has this one. So for the newer subscribers, we have a long-time subscriber who loves blue eyeshadow. So that's why I will show palettes that have blue eyeshadow in them on occasion for Elsa. And that is her nickname. I'm not going to use her real name. So these blues are powerful. The purple is hard. It's a hard eyeshadow, but it's really good. This is the Morphe times Avani Gregg for the Beebs. I don't know who Avani Gregg is, but I do know that is a pretty decent palette. It's good. It's good. Oh, the chat just jumped on me. Okay. Charm them into submission. Right on. That's a good point, Bad Art. Anyone carrying a weapon should have to do regular mental health checks. I don't know if that's part of a license, but it should be. It isn't, that I know of. It is, looked at as being a bad thing if an officer has to go for mental health evaluations. They feel like their jobs are at risk, so they don't want to do that. They don't want to take care of their mental health because of that. Like they're looking at they view it as they're weak instead of viewing it as, well, if you had a gunshot wound, you'd go to a hospital and you'd have a doctor take care of that, right? This is that whole stigma against mental health, and therapy. That's another thing that has to change in this culture. So the defund the police thing is kind of misunderstood. What should happen is all of the militarization that has happened to law enforcement since 9/11 needs to be walked back. All right. So departments who really don't need them have equipment they don't need. Okay. Small PD in Podunk, US does not need militarized equipment. So the point is to like sell that stuff off, right? That you shouldn't have bought it in the first place. Sell that off and hire, I don't know, trauma therapists to go with law enforcement on DV calls. That's supposed to be the point. Now, you have people who are misrepresenting what it's supposed to be and also not doing their research and doing their due diligence and figuring out what that actually entails. And a lot of the time, it seems to be city councils and things like that who aren't really taking things into account. As an ex-law enforcement officer, I can tell you that I wish we'd had a therapist go with us on mental health calls, wellness checks, DV calls, things like that. That it would be very good for the entire community if we had a therapist, a trauma counselor, someone like that go on those calls. Things would turn out way better for the people the call is for. Hold on. I have my concealed carry. I was thinking about doing that too. Right on, Violet Witch. Gotta run. See you later, hands. I love purple. So do I. I really do. And this challenge, I'm desperate for some purple or blue or green or something. I might do that tomorrow. Yes, so much of law enforcement's work seems to be mental health interventions. Yes, a great deal of people with mental illness are victims of violence. Yes, that is true. This is why a threat of force escalates situations. Yeah, that's why having, therapists come on those calls would make a huge difference. It would be a huge improvement because there are calls I was on that there should have been a therapist there. When you have someone who is schizophrenic and they're having a hard time, I don't really think they need law enforcement. I think they need someone who can help them. But mental health facilities and resources have been just drastically defunded to the point that there's barely anything there anymore. So, and it's hard for families to find help for their loved ones at this point. Been playing with blues, also greens. They're so pretty. Hey, Leanne, how you doing? It's good to see you here, though. It's always good to see your face. Monthly certification testing for both workers and clients without, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes. You're correct. You are correct. Right now, there's a huge problem in this country with trafficking. We will be doing a stream on that. My typos are impressive tonight. You're good. We're used to it here. It's all good. Therapy has such a stigma. It's a tool to help you feel better, like any other medical conditions. Yes. And if you're someone who works in law enforcement, you could have brain trauma. You could have brain damage from the trauma that you see all the time, giving you trauma. Just saying. There are some cool programs for cops in LA now. Really? That's a good thing. Thank you. These are my special feathers, which I'm thinking about maybe doing some of that glitter spray glue and putting some glitter on them. They've lost all their shine. I've had them a long time. Amen. Tanks don't belong in small towns. No. Nope. But a therapist would be very helpful. I don't believe police protect citizens. I think they get paid to deal with society's a-holes. I mean, we're going to go into some cases that talk about that. The sheriff came and talked to us at the fire hall. But what bias does the sheriff have? I've actually been researching on the whole defund police thing. And what I'm seeing people saying is that they want the serious munitions and like gear that these cops are never going to use, that is just sitting there collecting dust. They want that sold, and therapists, trauma therapists, etc., hired to take those roles. And they have a point. I've been saying this for a while. It isn't supposed to be about get rid of law enforcement. You have some people who are saying that, but I don't think they understand what would happen if you did. I'm thinking things need to be rehauled and overhauled, and we need more women. We need more minorities. We need more people from different perspectives coming in, and we need the training of fear to be switched back to community policing. That's how I was trained. Community policing is how I was trained. And I agree with it. In other words, I was trained that I worked for the community, not the other way around. And that was drilled into our heads. Right. They have city planners. Why not city therapists and resource officers? Yes. Yep. Just like you have victims advocates, have mental health care advocates who go on calls. Been saying this for years. I'm not the only one who's been saying this either. Since before Katrina, we've been saying this. Yeah, 90% of police calls are mental health, DV. Yeah, they do. What? The fuck? Does the news know about this? I would say call your local news, call your nearest big city's news, call all the news. They have to respond to DV calls. Suicides? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. That sounds like some bullshit to me. That sounds like somebody who's lazy and doesn't want to do his damn job is what that sounds like to me. It is being like petty and spiteful. I'm going to leave my opinion right there. We have someone called a responsible adult here. If you have a mental health issue, you can request one while talking to police. Wow. Are you in the UK, or like, you don't have to tell me exactly where you are. I'm not trying to dox you or anything, but I mean, how hard would it be? How hard would it be? We did a mental health check yesterday. Wow. Wow. I volunteer to be that therapist. Right on. A lot of mental health resources are gone. Yes, they are. Yep. Thanks, Reagan, and all the other politicians involved with that. Crisis text line. I'm voluntarily in counseling. Right on. Oh, the chat just jumped on me. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. I think legislation and therapists need more communication. Yes. Yep. The mental health services are screwed here. Sometimes they have to send patients to other sides of the country. Wow. That's a lot. See you later, Casey. If mental health was taken more serious and handled better, then a lot of problems would dissipate. Yes. And it would be cheaper in the long run. It would be way cheaper in the long run. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I was just in a rush. So, it happens here. It's okay. Also, psychologists are on DB calls in LA now. That is how it should be. That is how it should be. Mm-hmm. Yes. That's awesome of LA. But see, LA is kind of a bit more progressive than other parts of the country. So, at least to a degree. Wait, what? You'll have to send me a link to something to see what's going on there. That's good. I hope. I remember a therapist being murdered by a client, so I was just surprised. Right. Well, things like that do happen, unfortunately. Right. Some second-year pilot programs where psychologists do de-escalation and treatment planning and follow-up, right? Right. That would be just extraordinarily helpful countrywide. News is well aware. Ain't that some bullshit? Super bad right now where I live. Thank you for doing what you do. I mean, little by little, I'm just doing what I do. You know what I mean? It's pouring down, raining. Yeah, the weather has been like off and on here today, so I would love to read the stats on how well it's doing. Me too. In England, right on. Yeah, I hear things have been getting hard there too. Certain people want to do away with your healthcare system. Fight it. You don't want a healthcare system like what we have. It's not good. It's not good here at all. Okay. I do too. We've had thunder and lightning, and there was a little bit of rain, but not as much. I was like expecting a nice storm. No, not yet. I'm hoping maybe tonight. My plants probably need to be watered, which reminds me I need to check my plants. Okay. All right, so it's been about an hour. I'm going to put the link again. If anyone wants to come up, you're welcome. Wow. You were held hostage in your office as a kid. Your panic button didn't work. Spoiler, it ended peacefully. What? Well, that's scary. I'm glad you're okay. Lord, that is food time. I have no idea what I'm gonna make. No idea. I waited the whole stream cooking my gluten-free chicken spring rolls. Evil. Evil. Just took my first bite. Yuck. The sauces are the best part. Dang. That sucks. I was thinking about making something I used to make with tortilla shells with like cucumber and I can't even remember what all I used to put in them. And then you cut them up into like bite-sized pieces. They're so good. So good. I had to find the recipe again. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know, man. Texas has gone off the deep end. At one point, we were considering moving to Austin, Texas. And then I was like, nope, Texas has done lost its mind. And I am not moving there. No, ma'am. Not gonna happen. Oh, right on. Hot and dry, dusty here. It's so hot outside you could cook an egg. Jeez. Oh. Sheriffs are far better at communication than others. I got spit on when I worked in the ER as part of the job. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I can't speak for now, but with the FTOs I had, they were terrifying. Y'all, they were terrifying. Okay? They were like, if you mess up, we will come get you. And you'll be doing a perp walk in front of everyone. I mean, they were going to make it torture, humiliation if we messed up. They were not joking. They did that. Yep. That was the thing. How's everything been going? It's been a week. A lot of good things happening, a lot of messed up things happening. It's just life. But I'm still doing what I do. My state is very resistant to the vac and people are dying. Please be careful. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't understand. If I wasn't high risk, I would have already got the vaccine. I want to get the vaccine. But my doctors are like, not enough people with my chronic illness have had the vaccine yet. So I might just say screw it and go get it because I'm trying to remember what all I put into it. It was cucumber, not sour cream, cream cheese, cucumber, cream cheese, chicken. And I used to do either like red beans or black beans, maybe some hummus. Stuff is good. Oh, wow. A lot of doctors and nurses are demoralized right now. A lot. It's been hard on them, all of this. I mean, that depends on where you are in Canada, it seems like. In the more conservative areas, it's bad. I don't know. Well, it's not so much I care if people are vaccinated, but I do care if they wear a mask or around others they can expose, right? Yep. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Bad Art. Not wearing a mask is selfish. Thank you. Yes, it is. Man, I'm trying to think about what I'm gonna make now. Like we have pasta that's cold. I may have to make one of those tortilla things now. That sounds so good. Especially when it's hot. Dude, when it's hot, anything with cucumber in it and like fresh cut tomato, a little bit of fresh cut tomato on there. Yum. Um, ah, what the hell just happened with the chat? That was weird. McChicken sounds 100 times better than these dang egg rolls. Wow. I'm sorry they didn't turn out well. That sucks. Hey, if it doesn't affect my real life, I stay out of the drama. I'm just telling you, I got shit to do. Right. I get you. Spring rolls can be so tricky, man. So tricky. Yes. We have to keep up with the masking. Look, and I'm about to like get a bunch of masks and decorate them, New Orleans style. We got Decadence coming up. Just saying. So, we'll be masking a little bit differently in New Orleans, right? It's not a big deal. Put you some glitter on there, get some sequins, then, double mask it so then the outside looks all pretty and stuff. Come on. Sour cream. Yeah, I do sour cream with that too. With the, I don't even remember what they were called. They weren't really spring rolls because they weren't like cooked. But yeah, sour cream or cream cheese. So good. So good. You got a good hummus recipe. Okay, bitch. Keeping that shit all to yourself. The hell is up? Can never have too much hummus, is what I'm saying. I used to make with my blender. I would make my own salad dressing and just not even a recipe, just throwing stuff in there, right? Like carrots and whatever. Stuff is good. Hummus and naan. I don't think we have any naan in the house. Stuff is so good, man. I got hooked on all that kind of food in India. The food was so good. So good. Home cooked, so good. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm going to, if things get worse, then I'm going to do some of the serious stuff that I do, but I also might do some lighter things so that people have, something where they can come, they can chat, they can socialize, and it's not all heavy, right? And just have a break. I'm hoping that things don't get really bad again, but I don't know. They looked awesome on the package. Right. I mean, you know what they do with the advertising though, right? All that food on the packaging isn't even real food. I worked at a security gig and it was like a commercial or something with a celebrity. And all the food on the table looked really good. And we were warned, don't try to eat any of it. None of it's food. Just saying. Algerian chicken with chickpeas. Oh, Lord. Really? That sounds good. PB&J for me. I want pizza. God, did you have to say pizza? I like the pizza. I don't know. Like sometimes I like it with pineapple. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just want all the meat on there. Oh, the chat. Okay. I'm going to catch up with the chat again, and then we'll get going, unless somebody wants to come up. I know we got some people who don't really like this stuff, these topics, but if you're on the replay crew and you're watching, I'm not going to go into great detail about certain things because of my subscribers, and I want all of you to feel comfortable. But there are things that I do want to talk about that I think are important. It's so sad. So sad. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think that more like family and also friends who get along really well, maybe it would be good for their mental health if they quarantine together because we're not supposed to be alone all the time. Humans are pack animals. We're supposed to have people around us, and it drives you insane. That's why I'm so against solitary confinement. It's a cruel and unusual punishment. It's not even not even right. You posted a recipe in Discord. Right on. Thank you. I think, do we have a recipe section? Because if we don't, we're going to. Hummus, 2.5 gallon recipe? Jesus. I would be happy with that. I wouldn't mind that, man. My refrigerator might be hating on me, but I would eat all of that too. Right on. Snoop Medic. I mean, the Discord is there. If you're having a hard time, we're here for you. All right. I mean, I do have a bad feeling about this next flu season coming up. I do. I hate to say that, but I do. Lauren T, I just finished watching the last stream. Hey, Lauren, how you doing? Yeah, we're getting into the deeper stuff right now, but black-eyed pea hummus? What is this magic you're talking about? I am curious. Hey, that girl, how you doing? What's up? That girl typos are a thing here. We're used to them. We actually fix it for you in our minds. Yes, Marcus is vaccinated. Baby girl has her vaccines, but of course they're not giving those vaccines to little ones yet. But I feel like I should be doing my part, right? Like that's just me. If I need to do something to help people, I'm going to. So I feel guilty for not having the vaccine yet. So I'm actually probably just going to suck it up and go get the vaccine and hope for the best, and then let my doctors freak right the fuck out over it. I don't know. I just don't feel right not having the vaccine. That's not right with me. Yeah, they use glue for dairy type products. Yeah, yes. Ugh. And for like all that stuff underneath all that the hot lights and all that. Oh, it stank. Oh. God, just thinking about it makes me feel grossed out. It was disgusting. I wish I caught this one from the beginning. Yeah. 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Central Time, Wednesday through Sunday, I am on. Although today I was a few minutes late because I thought it was like 4 o'clock when it was actually 5 o'clock, and it was whatever. I messed up on the time today. Love when we talk about food and I get hungry already, right? I'm about to go make something. Barbecue sauce with chicken, cheddar cheese, mozzarella, pineapple bacon. I hate you right now, Hatter. Oh my God. That sounds so good. Ugh. Over on St. Charles. I don't know if it's still there. There's a barbecue place over there that is, man, it is good. And then there's what's the name of that restaurant over here that I like? Melba. If you ever come to New Orleans, go to Melba's. Their food is so good. And I can't suggest anything because it's all good. So like everything is good there. Yes, it is. Solitary is absolutely insane, inhumane. It drives people insane. Yes. Mm-hmm. I can't quarantine with them because I'm exposed to positive patients every shift. I can't bring them home to them. Yes. But I mean, if you and some other um, nurses or first responders, etc., maybe, do you know what I mean? I don't know. This culture is so inhumane that we're not even prepared for something like this in a way that would make it mentally more healthy in some way for y'all. It's just, I don't know. Like after Katrina, we had a bunch of people staying on a cruise ship, and it was all like first responders, law enforcement, all that. So, and what happened was a lot of them would get together and talk, right? And there were a few times that I went there to like take something to someone or whatever, and we would just sit and talk. And man, I can't even tell you how much that helped. Having just maybe even people you didn't even know, right? You're just talking it out, and it helps a lot. Fridges run better when almost full. Mine is full, and I am thankful. I have an excellent hummus recipe. I hand it over. I love hummus, man. I mean, I can eat on hummus for a long time before I get bored of it. That girl, I fit right in. I speak and type fluid typo. We do that a lot here. We do that a lot here. Lard ice cream. I think, if I remember correctly, someone, was it my grandma? She said that people would make lard ice cream during the Great Depression or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, I get you, but I don't know. They can be overly cautious sometimes, it seems like. I won't tell you what meringue, right, margarine is made out of. Margarine. That's basically like plastic, basically. I don't even have that stuff in my house. A chef's salad tonight. Oh, those are good. Margarita sounds good. That may be what's for dinner, right on? Use cooked black-eyed peas, garlic, lemon juice, and a tad of cayenne for a little kick. Ooh, that sounds good. That does sound good. I haven't had margarine since I heard many, many years ago. I do straight up butter and or coconut oil. Right. I get you. It's a pizza. Pizza. Hydrate and eat pizza. Yeah, that was there was some TV show or something that was talking about that. Like it was one molecule away from being plastic, and I was like, oh no.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, baby. What you doing?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Hey,
What, you got a toy? What you got?
a gummy.
Were you saving that?
Yeah.
Okay, go in the living room, pretty baby. Go get your daddy. Go give him hugs. Hey, babe. After Katrina, I slept in an ambulance for a week. Right? I know a lot of people who slept in like police units, ambulances, what have you. I love you. Oh, I'm just about done, and we're gonna make dinner. Okay, hit the like button. And watch your fingers. Watch your fingers. Okay. She keeps putting her fingers in the door. Like, I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's gonna happen. Okay. Yeah. Hit the like, thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, and yes, you'll be notified of the next video. I'm gonna go have a heart attack now. I'm gonna make something to eat. I'm gonna want to make hummus because it sounds so good. Remember, you have the right to say no. Your no should be respected. And if somebody's trying to hurt you, I hope that somehow, somewhere, you can get your cell phone, get to like the bathroom or something, and call for help. Call the police, call for help. And if the police are useless, I don't even know what to say. So you can find us on Twitter, yes, Instagram, still don't understand that yet, TikTok, and a bunch of other places. And yeah, I'm out there and around. Remember, hydrate, control your breathing, which I do throughout my streams. Um, trigger your positive senses. No is a complete sentence. Yes, that right there. And mask up, y'all. Mask up. You can make it a fun game with you and your loved ones. Get you a bunch of plain masks and decorate them up. It's a good thing. Because for those of us, some of those with us with chronic illness, we can't get the vaccine. So we need you to do it for us so we can live. Please. I'm a compulsive hand washer. So am I. I have to watch that. All right. So I will be back tomorrow. What day is it even tomorrow? Hold on one second. Oh, tomorrow's Friday. Right on. Tomorrow we might do something a bit lighter because the past two streams have been pretty heavy. So, in the comment section, if you want to talk about something or whatever, let me know what you want to talk about. Oh, right. So cute. Just so cute. This is Sharmare's channel, and she has some of the cutest videos on YouTube on this channel. Just saying. Go check them out. All right, y'all. Love you. Bye.